Hello, everyone. Good day from wherever you're watching me. My name is Shoma Odikulu, and I welcome you to the Renewed Parenting Platform. Okay, today we'll be discussing about embracing a growth mindset as a parent. So, first of all, what does it mean to grow? To grow means to develop, to increase as a person. So, the question we should ask ourselves as individuals and as parents is: am I growing? Am I increasing? Am I developing? Am I better than I was yesterday? Am I better than I was last year? That's the question we should ask ourselves as parents. Also, growth can also means a belief or attitude that individuals, and in this case, parents, take to develop and improve their abilities through dedication, hard work, and learning. So the question we should ask ourselves today as a person, as a parent, am I improving on my abilities? What effort have I made to improve on the abilities I had last year to improve on it this year? Am I dedicated to learning, to acquiring knowledge to better my to better my parenting training? Have I put in so much work? What effort? What's the hard work? What am I doing, as a person, as a parent to grow? Then I have 10 ways, we can embrace a growth mindset as a parent. The first way is to recognize our fixed mindset. First of all, we have to recognize as a person, do I have a fixed mindset as a parent? Am I fixed on what I know? I hear some parents and some people say, no, I don't need to learn anything about parenting. I don't need to learn how to raise my children because in my parents' time, they did not learn anything. My parents never read a book, so I don't need to learn. So first of all, to embrace a growth mindset, you have to check, or we have to check as a parent. We have to do away with our fixed mindsets and we have to adopt a growth mindset. And adopting a growth mindset is okay. Yes, my parents they did not read any book. My parents did not really do so much in terms of acquiring money. But in my own case, and in this 21st century, what can I do? What efforts can I make, to improve on what my parents did? So that's the question we should ask ourselves. We should move away from our fixed mindset. We should move away from doing things the usual way. We should move away from doing the things we're used to and move to doing something, something better than our parents did. Then the second way is to set goals for personal growth. Okay, first of all, if you want to grow, if you want to achieve anything, you have to set a goal to achieve that thing. As a parent, if you are serious and intentional about embracing a growth mindset, you have to set a goal. What's my goal? What do I intend to achieve? How do I want to grow as a parent? And these goals must be smart. They must be specific. They must be measurable. They must be accurate. They must have a specific time frame, realizable. We have to sit down and set the goals we want to achieve as parents for us to embrace the growth mindset. Then the third way to embrace a growth mindset is to embrace challenges, cultivating the attitude of resilience and adaptability, not seeing challenges like the end of the world, not seeing challenges like, oh, nothing can come out good of these challenges. But when we encounter challenges, we should sit back and ask ourselves as parents, what can I learn from this current challenge I'm going through? What can I improve on? What are the things I did not do right? What are the things I'm going to do better tomorrow? So we should not run away from challenges, because sometimes challenges build us up as individuals and as parents. So when we encounter any challenge in raising our children, we should sit back and see and pick the lessons and improve on ourselves. Then the fourth way to embrace a growth mindset is to avoid fear of failure. Failure is not bad. In fact, recognizing that one has failed is the first step, because some people fail and they don't know they are failing. So when you fail, what do you do with failure? You get up, you dust yourself, and you pick the lessons. There's nothing wrong with failure, because in failure we learn. Sometimes in our failures we discover our strengths. Sometimes in our failures we discover our abilities. So as a parent, we should not be scared of future failure. We should not be scared of, oh, I don't know what my child is going to turn out to be. I don't know where the world is leading to. We must address our fear, and one of the ways we can address our fear is to go out, to embrace this growth mindset, and to begin to seek knowledge, on how we can deal with that fear. So we should not be scared as parents of fear of failure. We should not be scared that our children will fail. When children fail, you can use that moment as a teachable moment. When our children fail, use it as an opportunity to teach. When our children fail, see it as a parent like, okay, these are the areas I need to improve and I need to work on my parenting journey. Then the fifth way to embrace a growth mindset is to value and embrace our efforts and our processes. As a parent, we should not just be focused on just the end result. Rather, we should value and focus on the efforts. What effort am I putting to improve myself? What effort has my child put in this homework? What effort has my child put in this assignment? Okay, my child has prepared a meal. So what effort did my child put in preparing this meal? It might not look so good, the result might not look so beautiful, but we should step away from looking at the end result and begin to look at the effort and begin to appreciate the effort and the process. Because in the effort, you find the contents. When we begin to appreciate effort, we now see, okay, these are the areas I need to teach my child more. So as a parent, we should not be quick to judge ourselves and our children with the results. Rather, we should focus on the process. We should focus on the efforts. Then the sixth way to embrace a growth mindset as a parent is cultivate persistent focus. Are we persistent in what we do as a parent? Are we persistent with our goals? Are we persistent with our strategies of raising our children? Or are you tired? Have you given up along the way? Have you said, oh, this is not working? So many parents are not doing this. In fact, I'm just alone in this parenting journey. Are you persistent? Okay, as a parent, you've said, okay, I want to improve. I want to grow. I want to, do better than my parents did. And you turn around and you see, like, you seem to be the only one. Have you given up? Are you persistent as a parent? So as parents, we have to be persistent. We have to focus on the goal. Even when things don't seem right, even when our children are not doing what the things we've taught them, we have to be persistent. We have to keep reminding them. We have to keep reminding our children, and we have to keep reminding ourselves that, I'm focused not on the end result, but in the process and the efforts. Then the seventh way to embrace a growth mindset is to seek out for constructive feedback. The truth is that some of us, including me, we're not really open to feedback. But if we must, imbibe that growth mindset, you must begin to welcome constructive feedback. Okay, as a parent, you've done something. So can you sit down and think or reflect? Can you sit down and speak to someone? Can someone tell you, okay, that this is the feedback from your process? I think you did A, B, C. I think next time we could try B, C, D. We should be open to feedback, and we shouldn't feel, okay, I know it all. As a parent, we should welcome constructive feedback, because those constructive feedback make us to grow. It helps us to improve on our journey of growth, on our parenting journey as well. Then the eighth way to embrace a growth mindset is to challenge negative self-talk. We have to intentionally speak positively to ourselves. As a parent, as an individual raising a child, You know, we have to step out. We have to step away from our negative self-talk. What do we speak to ourselves? What words do we speak to ourselves? What words do we speak to our children? We must begin to replace those negative self-talk with positive ones. We must begin to affirm ourselves. We must begin to, give ourselves those affirmation we need. We must pull away from any negativity from ourselves as a parent if we are intentional and serious with our growth journey. And the ninth way to embrace a growth mindset is to surround ourselves with growth-minded people. As a parent who is in your space, who do you surround yourself with? Who are your friends? Who are your colleagues? Who are the people in your circle? Do you surround yourself with people that are intentional about growing? Or do you surround yourself with people that are not intentional about growth? So if we must begin to embrace the growth mindset, we must be intentional with people in our space. We must be intentional with the people we surround ourselves with. Even if the people we surround ourselves with are not intentional about growth, we must use our influence to make them to see the reason why they need to be intentional about their growth. Because the people we surround ourselves with have a great effect on our parenting journey, on who we turn out to be, because those people are the people we hear. Those are some of the voices that speak to us. So we must be intentional in picking the people we surround ourselves with. The truth is that if we as individuals and as parents surround ourselves with growth-minded people, growth-minded parents that are intentional on their journey, it's going to rub off on our journey as well. Because when you have growth-minded people in your space, you hear conversations like, okay, have you attended this seminar? Are you attending this workshop? Oh, I saw this book and I think it's nice. I think we need to get it to read. I saw this coach. She's really doing so much. I saw this mentor. She's doing so much in the parenting space. I think we need to listen. So as parents, we must be intentional with surrounding ourselves with growth-minded people. And the last way to embrace a growth mindset is that we must cultivate the love for learning. We must go the extra mile. We must put in extra effort to cultivate the love for learning. Do you have love for learning? Or have we kept our love for learning somewhere? The thing is that most of us, since we left school, we just stopped reading anything about book. We're not reading, we're not growing. So if we must do better, if we must grow as parents, we must cultivate the love for learning. We must cultivate the love for wanting to read a book. We must cultivate the love for reading, reading news that will be beneficial to us, our children. We must cultivate the love for attending seminars, attending workshops, going out and seeking out relevant information that are relevant to us in our journey. So that is it. As parents, we have to embrace a growth mindset. And these are some of the ways we can begin to embrace a growth mindset. So thank you very much for today. I'm hopeful and I believe we'll go out there and implement all we need to do as parents to grow. Because when we begin to grow, our children begin to grow. When we begin to grow, it rubs off on our children and on the society at large. Thank you very much for coming to class today. Remember to have a growth mindset and remember to be renewed in your mind. Thank you so much and see you later. Bye.